to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe.
Welcome to episode 244 of the All-Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg, and I'm joined as always, not as always, on a special occasion, not even across, right beside me. I can slap his leg. Listen, I slapped his leg. He's right next to me.
Yes, it's a very groggy Joe Jackson.
Obviously, Joe Jackson. You'll probably hear we are sharing one mic, and Joe has a much deeper voice. I'm going to try and match it.
It's like Barry White today.
Sitting here with Joe Pasquale. Just two ends of the voice spectrum.
What a great duo for a podcast. Barry White and Joe Pasquale.
So yeah, I know the sound will sound a bit echoey to this episode, but anyway, here we are. We're in the kitchen, we're together.
Yeah.
Joe's groggy.
Side by side.
I was feeling pretty but actually I've kind of, as soon as I hit record, I kind of perk up when I hit record.
Up nicely.
It's like a shot of adrenaline in my heart.
I've got a series of liquids to get me through.
Pouring out of him.
Oh dear.
What was last night? Why are we groggy?
I went and met my sister up in town for catch-up beers, and I haven't
been uptown for ages.
Yeah, I had it. Well, apart from when me and Becca went, but that was during the day.
Doesn't count as during the day.
Doesn't count. It's not the same.
Doesn't count as during the day.
Yeah, but we went to Doggett's near Blackfriars Bridge, and had some beers, and just chatted shit for a few hours. But
nice.
Yeah,
How's London? How's it doing?
It's Londoning. It's Londoning.
Yes.
I didn't get my phone stolen, so there's that.
Oh, good job.
There was not really. I had my headphones on, and I really like London is peak for like Geezedrops.
Yes.
But I was just like, nah, I need to get through this. So
gotta get through this.
Had my headphones on for the vast majority of my journey there. But yeah, it's London. It's overpriced, it's busy, there's lots of people there.
I'll take it. Overpriced.
It is
I just realised your hair's kind of gone back to normal.
As a little bit, yeah.
Not that it was abnormal before.
Grown out a little bit.
But it's kind of gone back to normal now.
Yeah, it didn't take long, but I'll get another cut at some point. I've got to go to a work conference
work conference
next week. I've got to go to a work conference. Yeah.
Do you have to talk in it?
No.
Now over to Instagram ad extraordinaire actor / supervisor Joe.
I just have
Thank
to.
you all for coming.
I just have to be there. That wouldn't be the first time that a public
signing
speaking
advert pictures that you were in.
It wouldn't be the first time a public speaking moment was dropped on me.
No.
Without. It happened to me at my prom. People,
you accidentally won king.
So there was it was like they did like a whole presentation before the party began, and it was sort of parents all there and stuff, and it was just kind of like things that had happened during our times at the school and blah blah blah. And then people were getting up to do 2 sentences of speech.
Yeah.
And so I turned up, and they were just like, Joe, you're talking tonight, and I was just like, no, I'm not. And it's just like, yes, you are. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm saying, or anything. And it's just like, don't worry about it. And then I'm sat in my seat, and they're just like, would the following people please come to the stage? Oliver, Michael, Joe. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And they were just like, literally, I got handed a piece of paper and was just like, read this. And I was just like, all right, cool, I guess. Yeah. So that was didn't.
And they stitched me up. I am a massive shirt lifter. What does that mean?
Shirt lifter.
Okay.
The return of shirt lifter.
Now that could be a villain or a hero. Could actually be a hero.
The shirt lifter.
Yeah, the shirt lifter.
Well, there was
that sounds like a Ricks and Dick. It
wasn't so much shirt lifting, but there was a time in Japanese pornography where the women were walking down the street and men were just running along and pulling down their skirts. That happened. Yeah. Just a little bit of porn history there for you.
A little bit for you. I remember going to that, I can't remember, it's called the famous park in Barcelona on a school trip. We went there the other day, and it was a level on Tony Hawk's. Had all the mosaic park, had all the mosaic benches, and you can kind of grind around them and stuff.
Which Tony Hawk's?
I can't remember.
The second one.
Maybe. One of them.
I can't.
He's making a new one, isn't he? Did I read that they're making a new one?
No, there isn't. They're bringing Skate. You remember Skate, the game? That's being
But I read a thing with Tony Hawk saying he'd been approached about after they did the remastered ones about potentially making a new one now. And he was potentially working. I don't know how true that is.
That could be interesting.
I also saw a trailer the other day for like a free running, like a parkour game.
Oh, that doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah, but it looked pretty fucking cool. I
can imagine it being,
I was like, man, if I could just run forward. That's literally what I do in half these games anyway.
So it's just running.
But then again, I remember when that
obstacles.
Mirror's Edge came out, being like, oh wow, free running game, this would be good
Yeah,
fun. And
yeah,
losing
it wasn't.
interest fucking quickly.
Yeah, that faded so fucking quick.
Yeah, they just stick around. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying earlier. So it doesn't really matter.
Nah.
I was saying something, but it's gone now. It's completely gone.
How do we get back there?
I don't even know where there was to get back to. I don't even know if we got back there. I don't know where there was.
The
on a postcard.
The only level that I have a photographic memory of from the Tony Hawk series is Philadelphia. Because there was the Love Park bit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one that I can like absolutely picture in my mind now, like the entirety of it.
That was like, I can't really say it's a tradition, so I do it all the time anyway. But I always used to have, for a few years running, it was always my little like morning thing on Christmas morning in my old bedroom. I'd get up in the morning, have breakfast, and then play Tony Hawk's.
Yeah, fucking A.
So it was time to have like lunch.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt different.
Yeah,
That
I
particular
definitely snuck away. I've in the last, like when I was living at home, I would definitely sneak away for some computer game time. I don't know why I thought my mates would be on, considering it was, Christmas Day and everything. But yeah. It was alright.
So we have the Christmas tree up now.
Do ya?
Yes. Yeah, you probably saw it as you came in.
I filter all Christmas decorations from my mind.
Indiana was very enthusiastic that I do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're back in Elf on the Shelf season now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is a major operation, which
I've seen
Indiana's elf's called Cats So Cats. And now we're in this position, because we live in separate houses, we're having to like smuggle it back and forth.
That is an operation.
I managed to pick it up. You're not meant to touch them. The thing is, Indiana knows all the mythology, she knows all the rules, she knows all the lore, she knows all the backstory.
The canon.
There's so many,
the
I don't know much about it. So, not allowed to touch them and stuff like that. So I have to I shoved it in my pocket when she wasn't looking when I left Lizzie's place yesterday. I'm just like, God, this is like Tom Cruise stuff. And then having to set it up last night. I had it hanging on the Lego parrot. She was up at 5 a.m. looking for her. Like, where's Cass? Oh, Cass is here. And I got to smuggle it back.
Yeah.
Major operation. But anyway, Indiana, obviously it was day before the 1st, whatever day Saturday was. So it was basically the next day was the 1st of December.
Yeah.
So she was very excited that the elf was going to be returning.
Okay.
So I was like, well, she got asked in for the Christmas tree, so I got the Christmas tree down. I was a bit mean. She wanted to decorate the entire house, and I was like, no, this is enough. I did put some other stuff out.
Yeah.
I actually put more out than I thought. Look, I've even got a little candy case hanging on
so you do.
doorknobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a sloth and a fairy in the fake banana tree.
So there is.
I've done my bit.
Yeah.
But there was also a tree set up with, lights. There's a wreath on the door.
Didn't clock that either. Fucking hell.
So,
no, I did clock that, yeah.
So I got this stuff out the loft. And then I was like, we haven't got a star to go on top. And then we saw there was she'd seen an advert and a sign for like a Christmas market happening down the road at the Korean church, which is literally just like a few minutes walk down the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, we can go. It was like 11:30 to 1:30. Mate, we got there, fuck me, man. I think we're there 30 seconds. Actually, no, we stayed an extra minute, because on the way out, an old woman asked Indiana if she wanted to decorate a digestive biscuit.
Oh, that'll do it.
You're not going to turn that down, are you?
No, not in this lifetime.
We were there about a minute and a half. It's just like, mate,
was it shit?
Oh my God, I wasn't expecting. I don't want to shit on the local communities. It's nice they did it. But oh my God, I was like, I don't even understand. Although they were doing Korean food in the other room, and it did smell amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
Yeah.
But I had already had a fry up at the cafe because we arrived a bit early.
Ruined it, Greg.
Yeah, well, no, I loved the fry. It was awesome.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
I mean, I was about to say.
Very rare I go eating.
No, fair enough.
breakfast in Cavs. It was actually quite a nice little treat.
Nice little
Even
treat.
Indiana joined me. She had sausage, chips, and beans.
Lovely. As
all
did
right.
you.
Yes, as did I. Hash browns, some toast.
Nice.
Had the voice.
I'm more of a chips person with my.
I had chips with mine, but I also had hash browns.
Oh, fair. Oh, okay.
Chips
Double
and-
potatoes.
Yeah, I paid extra for the hash browns as well.
Fair.
So
Well,
they
I
were
mean,
part
you
of the
would,
set.
wouldn't you? Yeah.
I like hash browns.
Yeah, that's good.
There, I said it.
Yeah, finally.
It's out there. I'm a big hash brown fan.
244 episodes, and finally he says it.
Finally, he says it. Yeah, so we went. Yeah, so left that one, and I was like, I couldn't even find a star to go on the tree. And then I saw. Oh, actually, I think there's one happening at the school down the road. I think they're doing a Christmas fair today. Went down to that one, walked down, instantly looked way bigger and better.
Well, yeah, I mean, they
Man,
put it.
so much. Like, I know it's all for the school, but it's like I get in, and you pay as an adult to go in, and then you pay to buy tokens to play the games.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking
Then they give
con
you.
already.
Then they give you like a scorecard, with all the games, and you can buy a pack of 5 or 10. And she's like, "How many do you want?" I'm about to say 5. Indiana's like 10. She's like, "Oh, I see. She's raising money for the school." I'm like, "All right, I'm paying for it, Jesus." And then what else did I have to buy? Oh, raffle tickets. She's like, "Oh, do you want a raffle ticket?" I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay, it's for the school you just told me." She's like, "Okay, they're £1 each." She's like, "Oh, great. Oh, I'll take." She's like, "You the minimum is book of 5."
Okay.
I'm like, oh, it's a fiver, okay. Mate, I'd spent like 20 quid before I even got in.
Yeah,
This is
that's
like a
some
school,
bullshit.
It's like a school fucking market,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You got
Like-
fleeced, man.
I didn't go through the fucking door. And then I'm there for ages filling out my name, my phone number, and my email on 5 of these fucking slips.
So they got all the
Like-
yeah. So now they're trying to figure out your fucking passwords.
And then they're fucking putting them in this thing.
Do they ask you?
I assume I didn't win. I didn't hear anything.
Did they also ask you your favourite holiday destination and the name of your first pet?
Yeah, my mum's maiden. And then you get in there, and to be fair, it was. I mean, it was a much in comparison to the previous one. It was Las Vegas.
Yeah,
like,
Was there a buffet?
but they had booze. I didn't have any.
They had booze?
Yeah, they had booze. They were selling
Fucking hell.
Brewdog. They were selling fucking bottles, fucking all sorts.
You need a license for that, surely.
I think there was dads go around. I think if you have tokens, it's okay. There were dads going around. Fucking couple of bits.
a nice loophole there.
A couple of dads are like 2 cans each, just like yeah.
Getting pissed at the Christmas school fair.
Oh yeah, one of the dads I saw was sticking some water. I recognised him actually from Indiana's preschool. He had his Christmas hat on, and he had 2 beers, and he was like. But anyway, but then we had to go around and play these 10 games, and it was obviously not like one of them was just like throw this at a can or stick a nose on a poster.
Yeah.
So we played all 10 of them,
Yeah.
to the point where I was like, "No, Indiana, you wanted 10 tokens. We're playing 10 games."
Yeah.
And then once you played all of them, they stick on the card. You go back and get a prize. And because she'd done all of them, well, you get a first prize.
Oh.
And it was like she picked like a Beanie Baby, not even that, like a really, really skinny, weird, cuddly penguin thing.
Okay.
Which now is our tree topper. It's I was going to hug in the top of the tree.
Yeah. All right.
And I was like, "Oh right, all that for that, great." And a bag of Haribo, which Indiana didn't eat because she said they were crunchy.
That is not how they should be. Let's
It was
face
so
it.
hot in there as well, man. Fuck. When we got out, I was like, "Oh, we need to get some air, Indiana." And this other mum was next to me. She must have been suffering. She had her shoes off, her jacket off,
What?
and like this. And she went, "You're telling me?" So it was that bad.
Shoes
I think you're having a heart attack. I mean, she was only wearing like Crocs or whatever. She just kicked off.
You're telling me.
It was like that, yeah. You're telling me. I was like, "Yeah, fucking hell, yeah, I guess I am." Jesus. And so yeah,
dear.
Christmas decks are up.
Nice.
It's official.
Nice. Yeah, we haven't done any. We had a Christmas ficus last year, so which was just a plant that we wrapped lights around.
Excellent.
But we haven't done an advent calendar this year or anything at all.
Indiana had quite a cool advent calendar. She's got 2. She's got one that is oh my god, I lost my whole train of thought. I'm back on the game. one that's magic tricks, like a magician's one, and one that's just a Kinder Egg one.
Okay.
So for a chocolate.
Yeah.
But the magician one is like made up of loads of little boxes that all kind of fit in a weird way, and you kind of find it, take it out, and it's like the book that comes with it of instructions is quite big. but inside each box is a magic trick. But Indiana showed me the two. She's like, yesterday, I'm like getting stuff ready, and she's like, "Can I show you the magic tricks I got today in the calendar?" I'm like, "Yeah, not really paying attention."
Yeah.
Anyway, she did it, and I was like, "That was really good." What? And I'm looking, and it's like I say a proper magician's. It's not like a proper magician's kind of tricks, but it's definitely a few notches higher than what you think it would be, especially for like a kid. Like I was working through the instructions, and like, this is like tricks I remember seeing and being impressed as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, she got like this shoelace thing. It was like, touch it, check it's real. I'm like, okay. And she put it in this. It looks like a cigarette cutter. Kind of clips up, so it kind of breaks in two. She's like, right, cutting it, click, and it does split into two perfectly. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. It's probably just hidden. That's really impressive. And then she closes it, take it out, and I'm like, it doesn't even look bent. Like, it was impressive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's quite fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if calendars are that. Oh, did I tell you about my calendar experience recently?
No.
I looked at the mic then. To be like,
Can you confirm?
Mike, did I mention this on the podcast already? When I must have. The Godzilla calendar.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, you
Here
did.
they are.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some little people sent me.
That's good.
People sent me some after I moaned about it. Little random Godzillas. I guess these are what would have been inside, or people just being nice and sending me. Anyway, for listeners, like anyone's watching, I'm passing Joe the little mini Godzilla calendars that Godzilla figures that people sent me after I bought an empty calendar.
Great story, bro.
Yeah, had a happy ending.
Nice, very nice.
I also did something fucking ridiculous the other day. I think I'm going to be insane living on my own.
It's an interesting time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I was in the kitchen, and I remember my thought process perfectly. I walked into the living room, sat down, and was like, I'll put the TV on, because obviously I have to narrate what I'm going to do to myself. Wait to grab the remote, and then I was like, actually,
I'll think about leaving the house.
Wait to grab the remote, and then I was like, actually, I'll feed the fish first.
Yeah, I sometimes feed the pigeons too. Gives me an amazing sense of well-being, and then I'm happy for the rest of the day.
Jesus Christ. So I go and I get the fish food, and I walk back into the living room and just sprinkle it all over the TV.
You fucking knobhead, why?
And it's not like when I realised I was doing it, I instantly stopped. I was almost like,
Yeah, it's still going.
Might as well, I was fucking,
It's like, well, I've started now.
Salt Bay in the TV. Such an idiot, man. I was actually really annoyed at myself for a little while. I found it funny a little while later, but at the time I was like, you fucking prick. You fucking idiot.
You had one fucking job, Armstrong.
You were a fucking loser, Armstrong. Go frolic yourself in the garden.
I think the dumbest thing I've ever done in regards to that sort of scenario is putting post-it notes into the fridge instead of a block of cheese.
I remember you saying that, yes.
Definitely one of my dumber moments, but I was incredibly inebriated, so, you know.
I've done it quite a few times. I remember a lot as a kid. I do remember going upstairs once and throwing my cereal in the bath. I've definitely taken clothes off and threw them in the toilet instead of the laundry bin, thinking I need the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, I've done that.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever weed in the laundry bin. That's usually quite a common one, I've heard. Especially like in your sleep, like
Oh, yeah.
in the night. Have I done it? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I have. No, I don't. No, I haven't. I'm fairly sure I haven't. Okay. But I've done a few of those in the past. There's been a few of those where I thought something.
It's like silly, just really silly moments. Just really silly.
Just fucking not even feel like throwing fucking fish food over a TV.
Yeah.
Who's a hungry boy?
He needs his feeding.
You've been working very hard recently. Here you go. Fucking random motherfucker. Right, do you want some Geezedropping?
Yeah, go
actually,
on.
no. You went to the Cox. Tell us.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You mentioned it on the last episode.
I did. Yes. Yeah. So me and Becca went down the Cox on Saturday. We're recording on a Tuesday morning today, so it was just over the weekend. And it was great. It was to see one of Hassan's first bands, Agent Elf.
A reunion gig.
It was. Yeah, they hadn't played in 13 Oh, pardon me.
Nice.
13 years
13
is
years.
the time they hadn't done it. But it was really, really good. Lots of old faces that I hadn't seen in a long time. It was very, very aware that there was a lot of 40-year-old people in the place.
Slow motion fighting is actually now just the speed in which
yeah.
It's just that's
now how bothered
Whoa,
we can
he's
be.
moving a bit fast.
There was some moshing, and I was just like, I was at the back, like, they're gonna regret that tomorrow. Like, they're gonna feel that. So it was, but yeah. It was more just like the attire of people.
Yeah.
It was just very much just like, yeah, you're a dad. Like it was I don't know, like a lot of like nice specs and beanie hats.
Oh,
and
that
it was
just
just
described
like
me.
well, I mean me as well a little bit, I guess. Like
I have nice specs.
you do have nice specs. This is very, very true. Notice as well how I called them specs because it's closer to spectacles, which is obviously older people glasses.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, really good gig. Saw some faces I hadn't seen in a while, like a long time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I would like to have seen.
Everyone was just kind of just like, it's so fucking weird being back here after all this time.
Yeah.
Like, and it is now. It's like, it's peculiar going in there. Saw some familiar ones as well. Graham from Swearwolves.
Yeah.
Who I always say hello to, and Jacko was there and stuff like that, and yeah, it was cool.
I to be fair, the last couple of months I did have a little
bumped into Marin.
Marin
was down there.
Shout out to Marin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did have a little brief spell recently of kind of popping down there here and there, but more early, like during the week earlier, so it was all kind of just like the staff, but I would see Jacko and sometimes Graham and stuff there, but yeah. I'd usually just kind of be there for a little bit and then go on elsewhere.
Yeah,
quite nice. I quite liked it because it was like chilled. It wasn't like when you go like how you went for like a big gig.
Yeah.
Sometimes just sitting there quietly having a beer,
having a quiet pint,
actually was still kind of has a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
Not that didn't.
I saw Guy. Guy was there.
Guy was there.
Yeah, so I saw him as well, and he was just like, "I'm just going to the Albion. I'll be back," and then never returned.
Okay. The Albion. I went to the Albion the other night. It's a nice pub.
But yeah, it was a cool fun night.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
Good times.
Yeah, and you were right. Didn't go too crazy.
No. Kept it pretty calm. I was a little bit tipsy when I got home, and then had a spliff, and I was just like, well, this was unnecessary. Like, this isn't. I can't do that anymore. I was just like, ooh. And then we ended up laying in bed. And instead of falling asleep, we just started playing the game of like saying film titles but replacing one word with the word
classic.
dicks.
Yeah.
So we chose dicks, and we came out with some really good ones. I liked 12 Angry Dicks.
Yeah, that's good.
That was cool. And then obviously we did like the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. So it was just like Lord of the Rings, the Two Dicks, Lord of the Rings, the Return of the Dick.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
The Fellowship of the Dick, like.
On that, one of my favourite, or I say one of my favourite, probably my main YouTube channel viewing at the moment, for actually the best part of the year, when they do the Caravan of Garbage, which they just cover films. The two Australian guys do like a podcast, but it's fucking hilarious when they break down this, and really interesting. Like, it's actually they actually do research. It's really good. They're currently doing the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, cool.
So they just did Fellowship of the Ring, and I know a lot about the making of that film. There's, it's fucking old.
Yeah.
Like.
20, nearly 25
years. I know
years.
about the make, but still, man, there's still always stuff I don't know. Really fucking interesting fact, which I didn't realise, is like they were talking about how obviously they do the Force perspective.
Yeah.
And I know obviously they had it, where it would be Gandalf and then it would be Ian McKellen and Elijah Wood, but it looked like they sat at the same table, but I knew the table split into like three, they're really far apart, there's a big teapot, they have to swap it for a little teapot,
yeah.
The table has to move with the camera because it won't, so it doesn't lose perspective. Like really crazy shit.
Yeah. There is a video on YouTube that's like 3 hours long of just like behind the scenes.
I knew all that, but I didn't know is that when they're in the Prancing Pony, I never really thought about it, when it's them three stood there, the hobbits, and people are walking past them. I never really thought, well, how are they doing that? And then I fucking turned out they'd made these massive, like, giant puppet suits that people were wearing. That were fucking huge to make themselves adult sized compared to
Yeah.
them like kids. Just walking, all the plants just them walking in the background in this set.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looked insane.
Yeah.
It's always stuff to learn. Always stuff to learn. But yeah, they've done Fellowship of the Ring, and I think I haven't watched it yet. It's just come out. They've just done the first game. Do you know when the game came out?
Shit! Yeah, they did
So
the
the game
games.
was 2 towers.
Yeah.
But it started with Fellowship of the Ring combined. So they've just covered that. Oh, so funny, man.
It could have
It's so fucking funny.
The battle of the
Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that on there. It's so funny.
Like but in like a game, I mean, like the games wasn't big enough to like do like the whole thing justice.
Oh, no.
But in this day and age, I'd love to fucking see it. I'd
Oh
love to see
man,
it.
me
Helm's
used
Deep
to
fucking
play
battle.
that game all. And
Yeah,
then
it was
when
good fun,
when
man.
The next one
Well, like
came
when the
out,
Star
it was
Wars, like,
2-player.
yeah.
Oh, that was a game changer. Fuck.
Yeah. No, they were good. I liked the later on when computers got even more better. The Shadows of Mordor.
Oh yeah, I
really
played it for a little bit, but I didn't get too much into it.
It's very
really
repetitive,
Yeah.
but like the whole kind of sort of fighting style is cool, and it's like you're taking on big groups of them and fucking them up, and it's very like it's Batman Asylum sort of like sort of style controls. But it is very repetitive.
Yeah.
You just jump around this fucking map, just killing various fucking orcs, like, and they're tiered. So obviously you're trying to get to like the top tier of them, and blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, it's samey. I've downloaded it and deleted it several times.
I randomly reinstalled Stray, that cat game, the other day. I really enjoyed it the first time round.
It's one of those. It's visually really impressive, isn't it?
But I quite enjoyed the gameplay of it. I quite like visually, it's beautiful. But the first time I played it, I was a bit annoyed it was robots. I wanted it to be real, set in real world. But I don't know. It makes sense, I guess, for the story point of view and the cat being able to do what it can do. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's just quite. I guess
it's just a very calming. Yeah, just to chill out. Just like.
Just quite.
There is
game.
like an element of like a storyline in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in general, it's just like this is really calming and
it's
chill.
just nice.
Like,
just
I get
running
that.
around and getting stroked and meowing and.
What you don't want to play is Squirrel with a Gun, which is a legitimate fucking computer game.
Is it?
And it is literally just you're a squirrel with a gun and you're just terrorizing a neighborhood. It's so fucking stupid.
Pretty good.
It's so stupid. I want to make sure that's correct.
Yeah, make sure
maybe
that's correct, please.
Maybe it's not a
Can
squirrel.
we just check it is in fact Squirrel with a gun?
Yeah, we're just having just confirming.
And now we're back to killer critters coming at us with fucking guns. That's the next thing I'm going to drive my car down that road and I'm going to get robbed at gunpoint.
Squirrel with
It is Squirrel with a gun. It looks like
It's
it
ridiculous.
looks like a movie.
Yeah, it is. It's so ridiculous, and it's like a full-sized fucking gun as well. And
that's kind of better.
It's so silly.
That's kind of better.
But yeah, that looks like a
That's
highlight.
a good. I guess it's quite a good weapon pairing. I guess Squirrel and a gun.
Squirrel and a gun. Snakes on a plane.
The snake's on a. The snake using the plane as a weapon.
It's 9/11 all over again.
Yes, that's what happened.
The snakes caused 9/11.
Have you watched? Oh my god, I forgot her name. The documentary that's come up on Netflix.
John Bonet.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you watched? I haven't watched it yet.
It's good.
Is it? Because I was going to watch it, but then a part of me was like, there's a few of these out at the moment, and also that's a bold title as well for it.
Yeah.
Does it spoilers? Not spoilers, but does it just go with the brother?
No, actually.
Oh, really?
It doesn't. Yeah, and
Wow,
I know there was a lot surrounding the brother in regards to him being a particular culprit.
Even at the time, and then years later as well.
Yeah, because there was definitely a video came out of him being interviewed, and he was erratic, so fucking erratic. In this, he actually does like appear chillers. Like calm as fuck, but he's just like, I just want to fucking move on with my life. Like,
fair enough.
This is so fucking ridiculous. It's horrible for the parents because obviously they're just being accused the entire time and questioned and blah blah blah. But nothing is really solved in it. Like
right.
They
so it doesn't answer the question in the title.
No, not at all. No. But yeah, it is good. Well worth a watch.
Okay, I watched the UFO one on there, the alien abduction one.
Is that the Manhattan one?
Yeah.
That was we started watching that. I can't remember it ending.
Kind of sucked, to be fair.
Yeah,
the first episode actually was quite good.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we started watching it and we weren't too impressed.
The first episode was actually quite good, and but it ended enough for me to be like, oh, what happened next? And And I think it lost me pretty quickly into the second episode.
Now I remember, wasn't it like the whole fucking love triangle shit that was on there?
Yeah.
And it's so weird. It's basically the entire thing is from the perspective of two women who hate each other.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
And then, but the only thing that doesn't really ever get answered is why there were so many witnesses saying they saw her fly out of a window.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and it was a pretty, like...
And their theory was that she almost convinced them they did. I don't know. I don't understand. That was so, like...
Manipulated them.
I don't understand how... Because one of them was like, was it a police officer, a security guard or something? I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah,
that bit just never
peculiar.
really was explained.
It is
because you
peculiar.
do get the impression, it definitely leans into the fact that she's almost made the entire thing up and gaslighted her son to thinking it happened to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just to try and be with this guy.
It is odd.
And be famous from it.
Yeah.
But then there's so many other details and other witnesses, and you're like, I just don't.
There's no way she could how far it spans.
But, so I watched the whole
bizarre.
thing, and it kind of just left me with more of a headache than satisfaction.
Yeah, I get you.
I was like, it was a bit of a waste of my time. Like, it started interesting, but what the fuck was that? I don't know.
We
didn't need to be 3 fucking episodes.
Yeah,
They could have been an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, that's valid actually.
Probably is.
Yeah, that's probably coming. She's riding that fucking money train. We started watching. I got home last night, and
that's good.
Becca had just. Becca
I was worried.
She just started watching that Eric.
With
Benedict
with
Cumberbatch.
the cuddly toy,
the big puppet, and I was like,
I like the concept of it.
I'd seen the trailer, and I was just like, oh, fucking Benedict Cumberbatch though. Like, I'm a bit tired of him. But it's actually like I'm already
deep
like
dark, isn't it?
So it's about his like basically Benedict Cumberbatch in it is a creator of a puppet show on television, but he's also a heavy drinker. And his son gets kidnapped, and for some odd reason his son's been drawing these pictures of puppet monsters, and Benedict Cumberbatch just decides, I need to create this, I need to bring this to life. By this point as well, the monster that he's envisioned is now following him around, but only seen by his imagination. And he's basically his whole concept is, I need to create this monster and put it on the show so that my son sees it and he might come home. So it's all of that, but it's good.
I've gone over it a few times. I remember when it came out. I was quite interested. I like the concept. I like puppets. And
the actual big like puppet monster is fucking it's
cool.
huge, man.
It
is big, but it looks really, really good. And it swears, and he's just like, the first time he sees it, he wakes up from a night of like literally drawing and drinking, like trying to fucking draw this monster, and the monster ends up waking him up, and the first thing he says is like, come on, let's go get your fucking kid back.
They had that bit in the trailer.
It's great.
No, I actually Netflix just finished. Honestly, one of the best fucking shows. I finished watching, not a show I'd ever usually watch, but I watched the first season when it came out a couple of years ago and fucking adored it. And season 2 just came out, the last season now. Arcane on Netflix.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
It's so fucking.
Is it good?
Oh, it's so good.
Interesting.
It's so good. And I don't say that lightly, man. I'm so like, I don't really watch animated. I do watch animated shows, but not like that.
Yeah.
Like when it's like quite, it's very specific. It's very out there in some points. Like, but the animation is just so fucking. It's visually incredible. Oh, the visuals are just stunning.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the animation that it's mostly in. They do so many different. Almost like Spider-Verse. They'll for certain scenes or action beats or flashbacks or whatever. They'll use a completely different animation style. Sometimes it's almost like sketchy hand draw. Oh, it just looks incredible. Yeah. Like it's visually incredible, and the story is so fucking like just really deep. The world's really rich. It has a weird sort of steampunky feel to it, but like
a bit cyberpunky.
Yeah, but cyberpunky at the same time. Like, but series 1 was really awesome, and it took them like a couple of years to do season 2. But they spent so much fucking money on it, and it came out, and it just they've really upped the scale. The studio, League of Legends, I know nothing about this game, and I do not care. And pretty much everyone I talk to who really likes the show does not give a shit about it.
Yeah.
It's like a mobile game or something, right? Like,
I think, something along the lines of that,
this is not like that, so the studio that made the game bought the animation studio that made season 1. Like they actually bought out the whole studio. It's all there for control now, and you can just tell, man, that the money they spent on it, the animation's insane on season 2, and the story's just like, it's not like it's a lot of thought behind it. It's good. There's a lot going on, but visually it just blew me away.
Nice.
To the point, and I don't do this often. Now we're dropping in 3 episodes at a time, 3 sets of 3. And I wasn't even binging them. I actually didn't want it to end. I was actually spacing them out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't usually do that. I actually waited 3 days to watch the last episode.
The rise of like on-demand television has made me realise that I do not enjoy waiting anymore for anything.
But sometimes I will binge a show, and I'll finish it, and I won't really remember what happened properly. Like I'm like
you're not locked. You've not locked
like,
in.
Whereas this, I was actually proper like.
Invested.
Thinking about it, absorbing it,
thinking
of contemplating on it, and then coming back and watching the last episode and being like, oh shit, like, you know, it's, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it a lot more that way. I just didn't want it to end because I knew they weren't doing anymore.
Yeah.
Very good. Thoroughly enjoyed.
Have you seen it yet? Or I don't know if you're a fan of it. It's the Boy and the Heron. Have you watched that?
No, but I do hear a lot of people talking about the Boy and the Heron.
Becca, because she obviously is quite a sort of fan of the guy who does all the drawing of it. And we'd watched like, you know, the previous films because it's he's done like 2 others. I cannot remember the name of them.
Right.
But we watched Boy and the Heron, and it's just for the sole fact, watch it and just realise that everything is hand drawn.
Yeah, I know.
Because it is fucking insane. It is so fucking insane how it's like just the quality of it, and it's all done like hand drawn animation. You understand why it took so fucking long because it looks so fucking great. So we watched that, and it was like, you know, you can follow the plot and everything. It's not like a trilogy of movies that you don't know anything about. It's literally a Boy and a Heron story, but it's fucking great. It's really fucking great. Yeah.
There you go. Recommendations.
We started because Hassan, when we were chatting to him on Saturday, he said that he'd started doing it. We restarted Lost.
Oh right. You know, I contemplated that recently, but you know what? I've said this to you before. I really liked season 1. And I just stopped watching it after the first 2 episodes of season 2. Just done. First 2 episodes.
Season 2 was the one that I got really into, but I was also, this is when it got bought from Channel 4 and got moved over to Sky. So obviously just completely lost what was fucking what was happening. So I had to just illegally download them. And
I had a dodgy DVD set.
It's such like I found rips from fucking Pirate Bay or some shit, and would just download the episode to watch it. So the second season I got really, really into, and there's always some really great characters that get introduced. But yeah, watching it this time, you're just like, fucking Saeed, like, fucking Locke, dick, like. But it's great. It's really like I still stand by it that I would watch Lost if all of the fucking flashbacks were taken out of it.
Oh yeah, someone did that, didn't they? Someone did a cut of it.
That's all I want. That is all I want. Just everything that happens on the island. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Yeah, it probably explains like certain shit, but like I
saw an article the other day, and it was like someone had made. Or they'd done or they put it all in chronological order or something. They'd done some. I think they'd put it in chronological order. The flashbacks. I don't know how it works. Or they'd done a cut without the flashbacks.
Because they're so like they are so minimal in like the first season. It is like a flashback is literally maybe like a 2-minute bit. Whereas I remember in later seasons, like half the fucking episode is just like a flashback, and I'm just like, I don't want that. Fucking Desmond's in the. What's going on with Desmond in the fucking bunker, dude? And it's just, that was why I kind of sort of like channeled out of it. But I'll watch it again. It's alright.
I always remember with Locke that episode where his flashback episode where you found that he was in a wheelchair. And then it made that whole scene when he wakes up by the plane, and you're like, oh my god!
Just like what? What?
I just remember coming into Natterjack's the next day after the date, and so old I am, after the night the first episode aired. Because obviously it got proper crazy advertising.
It was huge.
It was everywhere promoted. Everyone was like, oh, that Lost show's on tonight on E4, wherever it was.
I remember it because they were all dancing
by the plane
like
crash.
Ballroom dancing on the like near the plane.
And it was something to do with, you know, it had a lot of famous people, like Abrams was involved. Like
executive producer,
And he, and I remember watching it, coming the next day, and someone talking about it in front of Joe, and being like, yeah, and then there was a polar bear in a polar bear in the jungle. I'm not watching that. That's ridiculous. A polar bear in the jungle.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it was a creative choice. But yeah, so I dropped out. I did watch the last episode.
Oh yeah. I did the same because you have to. Like I had no idea who half the characters were in it, and I was just like, I don't even care what's going on. Like, cool. Like, why the reunion? Like, even fucking. I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen Lost, but even like Becca was just like, they're all dead. Like, that's the whole thing. And I was like, well, then why are we watching this again?
Yeah. Why are they dead in the end?
That was supposedly one of the things. Is that they'd been dead all this time. Yeah. Basically, as soon as they woke up on the island, that was basically some sort of purgatory, and they were all dead.
Because that was always a theory from the get-go.
Yeah.
And there was so many conspiracies, you were breaking it down, but I don't think the writers even really had an idea themselves, did they?
No.
I always think, because one of my favourite shows, which it was Battlestar Galactica, Becca liked Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing show. The modern one, which I say is modern, it's fucking well old now. But still fucking amazing. Still
like early 2000s?
Yeah, it's so fucking good. Oh my god, what the fuck was I going to say, Joe?
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, why was I doing that? Lost, you were talking about...
Last episodes,
it was something to do with
the theory.
Oh, yeah, sorry, the writers not knowing.
Oh, yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, really great show, fucking solid storyline. And it always opened, the first couple of series always opened with like a mini intro kind of being like telling you what was happening, like the Cylons, blah, blah, blah. They're back, they live among us. And they had always say at the end, and they have a plan. I remember seeing like a making of it. It's got to the guy, the head writer and creator show, like, yeah, we had no plan. It was like during season 2, we realised that the show was picking up momentum. It was like, maybe we should have a plan. Or stop saying it.
Yeah, no fair.
But it seems like we have a plan. And to be fair, they did put it all together. Some bits were a bit weaker than others, but they did put it all together. And I actually found the finale pretty satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Few twists and turns. Oh, maybe I need to rewatch Battlestar.
Maybe.
It's a good show.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. It's a good one. I don't know why I apologised.
Apology accepted.
Should we go into Geezedropping?
Yeah, go on then.
Why not? Sorry. One quick thing. I was serving a customer the other day, and I was looking at his hoodie, and I'm like, why don't I recognise this guy's hoodie? And then I was like, is that from the bear? He was like, yeah, it was original beef.
Oh, nice.
But it looked like old and battered. But I think
it's supposed to be
made that way.
Right,
But it just took me a while. I was like, oh, that's from the bear, right? Yeah, just while we're talking about things we're watching, I thought I'd throw that in there. Right, let's go to the Geezedropping. We're snippets over a conversation heard by you, us, read about context. What did you hear? Geezedrops?
Having a listen.
So I've got one from Marin. I've got a couple I heard. And Sam sent me one this morning. So not a huge stash, but some nonetheless.
Okay.
And you have nothing?
I have absolutely nothing offer.
So I'll start with Marin's. Man to his girlfriend/wife in Ann Summers. Look at this. Look at this, even underwear. Oh, look at this, even underwear is wicked themed. But it was just green, no mention of wicked.
Nice.
Just thinking of the green, because wicked's all the rage at the moment.
I'm hearing a lot about it, and I do not care.
Look at this, even underwear is wicked themed. I love wicked. Green up for me.
Green up for me.
Green me up. Green me up inside. Okay. So here's a couple I heard. The only thing you did wrong was get in the ambulance when it was all round, you cunt.
Some people can just not. They just can't let it slide.
So the pub up top of the road, the William Bourne had been. I don't really go to bar. I don't go to pubs in Cheshunt. There was a summer of it last year, the one before, where I frequented that beer garden occasionally. Never, but the other day, last week actually, it reopened after a bit of a refit. I had nothing to do. I went down and had a couple of beers down there.
Okay.
And I sat inside, and it was quite nice. Like the lady bar was quite nice, quite chatty. But then when it got to 3-4 o'clock, so I guess some of the older regulars started coming in, and man, that was the barmaid saying that.
Oh, really?
Like, oh no, it wasn't. It was another guy. Sorry, it was one of the other patrons saying it to him. Like, then if you do, always get in the ambulance when you're around your cunt.
Oh, that is good.
And then the barmaid, I remember her say to someone, "If you ain't gonna get drunk, you might as well die."
Jesus Christ. Dear Lord.
And I don't know where I heard this one. I can't remember. I don't know. It was there. This is still in the same pub. It makes me feel like I'm drinking heartburn.
I kind of get what he means by that.
Yeah, I get what he means by that as well. I get what he means by that too. Right, Sam sent me one just before we started recording. Because he asked if I'd watched the new Star Wars series I started today, Skeleton Crew. I said, no, I'll watch it later. I'm podcasting with Jonathan shortly.
Jonathan, yes.
And he said, excellent. I have a geese drop I've got to send you. It was a woman talking. That's not a geese drop.
Okay.
Jesus. If I was single, I'd suck on those balls like a horse hoover.
Oh dear. Nice. Fair.
That's quite
But only if she were single.
That's quite a specific
Remedy.
Yeah.
Not remedy.
Remedy. That's not a remedy.
Yeah. It's a
thing to want to
metaphor.
do. I'd suck on those balls like a horse hoover.
It's a bar. That's a bar and a half.
It's a balls. Yeah.
I suck on them balls like a horse hoover.
Suck like a hoover.
Turn me on like a hoover.
I get wet like I'm breaking. Oh my god, Jacob Hoover. Damn.
All my
See how
Polish,
damn in there?
all my Polish homies say Kuva.
I'm dating a cougar.
Fire off a Ruger. All day.
All day
long.
Do you remember we went to London that time and we did one all day?
We rapped.
And we tried to see how much we could remember. I don't think we didn't
None
write
of
it down
it.
at first.
None of it. We wrote nothing down.
I swear at one point we did.
No, because
I
it
remember
was
sitting down
we
towards the
didn't
end.
write anything down because it all started going towards rape.
It did. Yes, it did.
That's all we had.
Yeah, but not there.
We were sat in the glass blower, I think, the glass blower pub.
Yes.
In
Just a Freezer
somewhere.
Street.
Yeah. And yeah, we were sat there for like 2 hours, just.
We walked around, added to it.
Absolute.
It was like we
bollocks.
kept trying to remember the lines we had done.
Yeah.
At one point we mentioned Jared Leto, I think. Like,
Yeah, I think Lily Allen popped in there.
Lily Allen was there.
As well, yeah. Lily Allen was there.
We had to keep. Yeah, we're trying to remember it and we're adding to it as we wait.
Yeah.
But I remember towards the end it was getting really out of hand.
It was getting, yeah, it was going.
Considering we were also getting
in a-
really drunk as well. We were
Yeah.
having to backtrack.
And we were getting louder as we were doing
Yes,
it. We were
of
getting
course,
more
yeah.
confident. It was, there was some questionable lines, which I think was probably what we should have just called it in all this questionable lines.
I was telling someone the other day about our night at the Intrepid Fox.
The incoherent
Fox. That's what I used to keep calling it. The one night we literally went there, just me and you, after being in London for the day, met that guy that worked for BBC Wales.
Oh, yeah!
And we were just sat outside of him, like, for
Pitching
ages.
TV shows.
But he worked with, like, the music side of it.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about Lost Prophets with us.
Yeah.
And we kept being like, I was like, do you do Doctor Who? He's like, everyone asked me that when I say BBC Wales. And I'm like, well, do you? He's like, I have done it, yes.
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah, I knew it.
No, do you remember we went there once when it was, I think it was...
We went with a group of us once.
It was Natty G's birthday.
Yeah, we went there with a group of us, and Randy was there.
The barmaid kept fucking giving us shit for wearing white t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
You, me, and Randy were all in white t-shirts.
Yeah.
Not because like we'd gone in costume. We were it was just our choice of.
I forgot about that.
And she was giving us shit for it.
Yeah. She was giving us shit for it.
Yeah.
Even the bouncer gave us shit for it.
Yeah.
The bouncer was a prick as well, I remember.
So dumb. It was so fucking dumb.
Yeah, that was a bit shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we stopped going. Didn't it move? And then disappear. I know
It was where it was
like it's a
when
piece
we
of
went
now,
was
I
the
could be
second
wrong.
location that it moved to.
Right.
It used to be the other side of Soho, and was equally as dingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just, you know, it's just that fucking gatekeeping bullshit, isn't it? And just like, you're not metal, you're not wearing a band t-shirt. And like, so.
How do you know? It might just be a white band t-shirt.
Plain white tees, have you heard them?
Yes.
He lived the line.
I got kicked out of a gig of theirs once.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even go to see. I was with the girl I was seeing at the time. Had tickets to go. Her friend couldn't go. She wouldn't go on her own, so I went with her. And I wasn't happy about it because I don't like them. But it was at the Astoria.
Ah, it's my favourite venue.
So I went to the Astoria, and I remember going to I can't remember what happened. I went to the toilet. Oh, someone got annoyed at me that I was wearing a jacket.
Damn.
Yeah, we got into a rock in the toilet, so I got thrown out, and I'm having to text and being like, I'm outside, I'll see you when you get out.
Yeah. I definitely...
You went to the toilet? I was like, yeah.
I got very, very drunk in the Astoria many times.
Oh, likewise, man.
My mate got really pissed and was desperately trying to jump off the balcony into the crowd.
Brilliant.
Like, desperately. And it was just like... Number one, you're 6'6" and a good 17 stone.
Yeah,
you're going to kill someone.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Chaos ensued.
There's time and a place.
Yeah.
That's not it. Little surprise to you guys. We're going to do Wankerty Wank.
We are.
We haven't done Wankerty Wank for a while. Premise Wankerty Wank, for those that don't know or remember, is that when we would go on a website called PornMD, and it would show you live searches of what people were searching for pornography-wise, and it would bring up some incredible things.
I don't know any other, like, not even just porn site. I don't know any other website that ever did that.
And we would take a monologue or Joe would take a monologue from a film, remove keywords, and then I would randomly replace them with what was coming up on the live stream PornMD. Yeah, we went to go do it today, and it doesn't look like you can do that anymore.
Yeah, that's fucking outraged, in all honesty.
So I actually managed to get hold of some old screenshots from the live that I haven't used. So there's a whole bunch on there of a good 5 minutes worth of the live search that used to scroll up that I haven't used. So I'm just gonna have to. I've not looked at them. I don't remember what's on there. It's fucking old. So I'm just gonna randomly look at those as we go and throw in and fill the gaps and still stick to the old routine. Mm-hmm. But until we find a replacement, I don't know. This could be up. We'll figure something out. This
could be this could be the potential end, unless anyone can point us in the direction of another website that will show us what's being searched on porn websites.
We'll find something. But yeah, it's still on the same. I still have a good solid live search here coming up. So I'm gonna do the game as usual.
As we were.
Right. Wankerty Wank.
I'm on the middle six. These are my middle six.
Oh, yeah.
Right, what are we doing?
I've gone with, just because, December's here and everything, I've gone with the opening monologue from Love Actually, actually. Really, the only reason I've chosen this is because I just wanted to find a funny sentence with then just the word it was Twin Towers.
Oh, fantastic.
The main thing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, let's not. Yes.
I guess away we go.
Okay, right, fuck yeah. You have to give me the look.
Oh yeah, I'll give you the point. Don't worry about it. When I get gloomy with the state of the...
Come funny.
I think about the arrivals gate at Heathrow Airport. General opinion starting to make out that we live in a world of...
Black Santa Claus.
And...
The best ever Japanese pussy.
But I don't see that. It seems to me that...
Poo-poo, pee-pee, filthy sex.
Is everywhere. Often it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and...
Truck stops.
Mothers and...
The wrong hole.
Husbands and...
Weird pussy.
Boyfriends.
Elf porn.
And old friends. When the...
Publications.
hit the Twin Towers, as far as I know, none of the phone calls were from the...
34-year-old.
On board were messages of hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a sneaky feeling
that an anal golf club
actually is all around.
Oh, Joe, the one after anal golf club was orange in arse.
That would have been good.
That would have been a better finisher. That would have been a better finisher.
Well.
Oh man. Oh, come back, PornMD.
Yeah, seriously, I'm going to write a fucking email.
Yeah, right now.
That's a fucking...
That's what I'm doing right this
It's a
second.
threat and a half, wouldn't it? I just can't believe it's gone.
Sounds so emotional.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's gone. God damn it.
Like, there was... just... Weird... there's a thing here that says weird searches from Porn MD live feed.
It would just be screenshots of it, I think.
Recently noticed some strange entries in the... Oh, wait, hang on. There's a link. Motherfucker!
Yeah, it takes you back to the website where it's not there anymore.
Oh!
I know. I bet many people were outraged. When you pay for it now.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
I've already got YouTube premium.
Well,
I can't go Porn MD.
I don't know what to say, man. That could potentially be the last of Wankerty Wank,
which is
I mean, I know it's not a consistent one. We only do it when we're together.
Yes.
But that is a real shame.
It is a real shame. Oh well, I said it brings us to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
End out on a Wankerty Wank. Been lovely to have you here again.
Thank you very much.
Alongside me on the
always good to see you in person.
We'll be back again in a couple of weeks with another episode. Episode 245, I believe.
It is.
Probably closer to Christmas or Christmas. What date are we on now? I don't know when this episode will come out. Might already been. I lose track of time.
No, it's like a week today.
At some point, this episode will be out. There we go. Thanks for listening. I have been Greg, Anal Golf Club Armstrong.
I don't know. I've been Joe. I'll think about leaving the house. Jackson.
Bye.
You've been listening to The All Seeing Guys with Greg and Joe, where Greg probably had some kind of list and Joe most likely went for a piss 5 minutes before the end. If you hear this, it means that Greg hasn't sorted an outro yet. So maybe just imagine some music here, because honestly, that's all I actually wanted. Okay, bye.